Hey guys, in today's video we're going to learn how to make this cute elephant cake topper. So I've got some Saraceno that I've coloured in grey, and we're just going to make the base of the body. So we want it to be quite chunky and stocky. It's got to support the weight of the head. So we're going to start off with a ball and roll it into a cone, and then just flatten the bottom of the body so it's kind of flat and it's not as rounded. And then we're just going to pinch the top together. So you can see there I've made sort of like a fat cylinder. Next we're going to do the legs. So rolling out some sausages, cutting them the same length. Now we're going to make the feet a bit fatter. So mark some spaces in for the feet. We're just going to pick them up and push it on the table. And that's going to create that foot area. And then a small ball tool just to create the marks in the feet. Cut off at an angle, and then we're just going to stick that on. And I've just got some of my my scriber tool, and I'm just putting on the lines for the wrinkles. So trying to make sure that both of them are the same length, and again just some wrinkles, a little belly button, and then the same sort of process for the top legs or the front legs. We're just going to roll our sausage, press it against the desk to create that wider foot bottom, and then in 3 times for the feet, and then we're going to pinch the top to make it a little bit thinner, and that's going to just create sort of like a smoothness to run into the body at the top. So you can see there. We're going to do the same for the other foot, just a little bit of water to glue the 2 feet together. So flatten it against the desk and then twist it to make it a little bit longer and a bit thinner, and then the small ball tool just to create the feet, and pinching at the top and then popping it in place. Shouldn't need any water to stick this together. Sometimes it's just a good idea to stick the joints together with a little bit of water. It just means that when you pick it up, it's all sort of held together. So next we're going to start with the head. We're going to mark in where we want the nose to be, and that's at the bottom. And you can see I'm just twisting it between my fingers and then using my palms of my hands just to stretch that part out. Now this is going to be the trunk, and you want to flatten the top of it so that when you look at it from the side, you can see that the nose is just drooping down. We don't want it to come out too far. And then you're just going to bend it to one side. Now it's up to you which side you want to put it to. Don't suppose it really makes a difference. 2 little holes in the nose, and then just creating some lines across the nose for the wrinkles. And then with the ball tool, we're just going to put in some holes for the eyes. I've spaced them quite far apart. Then we're just going to create the mouth area. So just a little bit of a smile that's visible through either side. And then just some more creases to make the trunk more wrinkly. So I've got some white Saraceno, and I'm just going to pop that in for the eyes. So we're just going to flatten those down, and then with your ball tool we're going to create a sort of indentation where the eye colour is going to go, and this wants to be central of the eye. And then I've got some blue. I'm going to do the same again, just popping those in the holes that we've just made. I don't use any water when I'm doing this because it's usually sticky enough just to stick to itself. And we're just going to push that in. So just using the ball tool just to spread it out a little bit, and then to create some dimples. And then we're going to place in the colour around the eye. So you're going to colour around the edge first, and then just with a damp brush you're going to pull that colour in from the outside into the middle. You don't need much water to do it, just a tiny little bit to bring it in. And then we're going to put the pupils in. So I've got some black that I've rolled out. So you want some fairly small balls. You can paint these on if you wanted to. I just find it easier to work with the paste because you can push it into where it needs to go. You don't have to worry about getting them both the same the first go. You can push it out a little bit if you want to. So this one I made as a girl elephant, so I've put her a lash line on. So it's just a piece of black fondant that's thinner at one side than the other, and we're just going to push that into place. Now if you wanted to make a boy elephant, I would still do this step, but I just wouldn't make the flick at the end. So I would just tuck that in just to make it look a bit more boyish, maybe put like a little eyebrow on as well. But I wanted her to look cute and girly because the cake that I made was for twins. So I wanted one of the animals that I did to be quite a girly feminine animal and the other one to be a bit more boyish. So I've put the white in the eye, so you can see there it's just a small white blob. And when you're putting these on, you kind of want it to be in the same place in each eye. So if you put it on the right for one eye, it needs to be on the right for the other eye. Just following the same process as before, just trimming off the excess for the little eyelash flick and using the Dresden tool just to push this into place. Small white piece of fondant that I've got. We're going to put that to the right hand side of the eye. So just making sure that you've got the flicks roughly in the same sort of place and direction. Next we're going to just put a bit of blush on. So this is Rose Sugar Flare Dust, and I'm just putting a tiny little bit on either side just below the eyes and a bit further to the side for the cheeks. And then we're going to stick this on, just I've put a cocktail stick through the body and just measuring the cocktail stick because you don't want it to stick through the top of the head. So I've taken off some of that and just wet the stick, and then we're going to pop the head onto the body. So that's what you should have so far. Next we're going to make the ears, so 2 teardrop shapes for the ears, and then you're going to roll out and just stretch the ear. Now I've gone for some quite big floppy ears, so I guess you could kind of use this as a Dumbo topper if you wanted to, but this was for a nursery rhymes cake that I did. And then you want to follow the same process for the pinks of the ears. Now I've coloured my pink with a little bit of grey. I didn't want it to stand out too much. But you're going to do the teardrop shapes as well, again, and then just brushing out to fan that out. And we're going to lay that on top of the grey. You're going to do the same for the other ear. And then just with the scriber tool that I've got, I have gone and put some creases on the inside of the ear, just in the middle, just 2. It just allows for you to fold it a little bit more easier. So you're going to fold it and pinch that area there, and then we're going to chop that off because we don't need that. It's just to give the ear a little bit of shape. And then again, do the same thing for the other side. And always check the size of the ears against what you're trying to put it on. You don't want them to be too big that you can't fit them on in the right way, or that they're, you know, too wide, or so it's best just to check what you're doing at the time. So just attaching it on with a little bit of water. So you can see I've got these ones that's quite droopy ears as well, which I just thought made it look really, really cute. And so popping those on, sticking them down with water towards the body as well. It just brings the whole piece together and just makes it a little bit more sturdy. So you can see there she's got quite droopy ears. And then the last thing that we're going to do is just give her a little bit of hair. So just a little sausage that we're going to point at either side and fold in 2. And then I'm just going to stick that on the front of the hair and curl it so it's coming down a little bit like I guess a little elephant fringe. I hope you've liked today's video. Here's the cake that I ended up putting the elephant on. I have tutorials for the other two that are coming soon. Please don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and don't forget to click the links on the screen now to see more of my videos. Thanks for watching.